Hello! If you've been watching my videos for a while, you might know of a series I did where I tried to beat Pizza Tower without pressing left or right. Back then, I didn't have a capture card, or a PC, so I was playing an unofficial mobile port of one of the game's demos. That demo has a lot of differences compared to the final game, with two major ones being that the noise can no longer turn around when pushed against a wall, and that the breakdance move has been removed entirely. With these changes, join me as I find out, can you beat Pizza Tower without pressing right or left? Before we get started, I need to lay down some ground rules. First of all, we aren't allowed to use the left or right controls in the game's settings menu. The game doesn't actually let you have no left or right keybind set, so I just bound both of them to R3. There are separate binds for menu left and menu right, but none of the menus actually require any left or right movement anyways. Secondly, this is not a minimum left/right presses challenge or a segmented challenge. If we can't collect the 86 required top-ins and beat the 5 required bosses, this challenge is failed and the video ends. If at any point I accidentally press right or left, I must immediately hit restart level. With that out of the way, let's jump into the first level, John Gutter. In swap mode. Wait! I almost forgot. There's actually stuff you have to do before starting the game. First of all, if you haven't already, buy Pizza Tower for the Nintendo Switch. I'm serious, the Nintendo Switch version of Pizza Tower is the only version this run is viable on. Why? Well, some of you may know that by brutally torturing Peppino on the file select screen 100 times, you can unlock the noise without first having to beat Peppino's campaign. But exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version of the game, brutally torturing Peppino 200 times actually unlocks swap mode early. This is crucial because both Peppino and the Noise's tutorials are impossible. The Noise's because he lacks the ability to turn around, and Peppino's because he can't break metal blocks from a standstill, both of which are things the other excels at. There's also some things exclusive to swap mode that are helpful, but we'll get to that later. Now, without further ado, we can start the run with John Gutter. As the first level, John Gutter introduces a lot of the tech we'll be seeing throughout the run, such as Peppino's ability to reverse direction by jumping off of a wall, and the Noise's ability to super jump from a standstill. Other than that though, John Gutter isn't particularly difficult or anything, so we finished with an easy 5 out of 5 top-ins. With this, we can move on to our second stage, In Pizzascape, we meet our first major issue, stupid rats. These goobers act as obstacles that require a transformation to get through and are completely indestructible otherwise. Luckily, there's a night transformation just over here, so we can just grab it and... we can't move. So, this is a massive issue. Our main form of moving forwards, the run button, does nothing in a majority of transformations. This means that if there's a stupid rat blocking the path, and the only available transformation has no way of moving forward, we are soft-locked and cannot complete the level. Let's just hope that doesn't happen too often. In Bloodsauce Dungeon, we encounter what was one of the most irritating obstacles in the mobile version of this challenge, lava. However, a change to how lava works makes it much more manageable here. You see, in the mobile port, touching lava would instantly kill your momentum and make you bounce straight up and down, but in the final game, you retain the momentum you had when you hit the lava, making it sometimes possible to escape. This doesn't mean you can't still soft lock, though, so watch out. We collect 5 out of 5 toppings and complete this level with ease. Ancient Cheese is much more difficult than either John Gutter or Bloodsauce Dungeon. Here I enter the first secret and get soft locked. Whoops. Anyways, this level introduces a new gimmick, bombs. Bombs can be picked up and thrown and can actually kill stupid rats. However, they have a very short fuse, so it is difficult to move them over long horizontal distances. For example, here. Usually you would pick up this bomb and toss it at the stupid rat, but we can't exactly do that. Luckily, there's a pizza box goblin nearby, so we can move it over and use its bomb to blow up the stupid rat instead. But then we get to this room. I hate this room. There's a stupid rat blocking the way, and the bomb we need to kill it is at the top of this pit. So in order to get the bomb down the pit, we need to grab the wall and then fall off it to reach the bomb, grab the bomb, set down the bomb, and then parry the bomb just to face the right direction. But then we have to get the damn thing actually down the pit. So we have to grab the bomb, throw the bomb in the pit, swap characters, noise drill down the pit, swap characters, grab the wall and jump off it, swap characters, noise drill down the second pit, swap characters, grab the bomb, and throw it at the rat. All in just a couple of seconds. Oh my god, yes! Sorry, my mic is muted. The level is impossible due to this bomb in the escape sequence. Pepperman is the first boss we encounter in this run, and I'm going to be going over my strategy for this fight phase by phase. In phase 1, I parry his shoulder bash and then attack him. This pushes me to the left edge of the arena, which is useful for phase 2, where I do the same thing as phase 1. Normally, Pepperman turns around during phase 2, but being against either wall prevents this. For phase 3, I tend to just try to parry Pepperman's body slam attack and then attack him. I'm not very good at this though, so I take a lot of stupid hits here. I don't really have a strategy for phase 4, I just kind of run back and forth and try to hit Pepperman as many times as I can. For phase 5, I try to be on the right side of the arena when the block of marble drops so that I can destroy it as fast as possible, and then hit Pepperman and slide to the other side of the arena for hit 2. Phases 6 to 10 are pretty much identical to phases 1 to 5, with the exception of jumping over or parrying the occasional statue every once in a while, and just face tanking damage for phase 10. With one bomb to finish Pepperman off, we get the key and can move on to floor 2 with our next level, Oregano Desert. Oregano Desert is as easy as the beatable floor 1 levels, up until we hit this stupid rat. Unlike Pizzascape, this transformation actually has the ability to move horizontally. Unfortunately, it can only move you in the direction you're facing, and you need to turn around again to progress. Anyway, I guess we're moving on to the next level. Wasteyard has the Ghost transformation. The Ghost transformation can't move left or right. Next level. Fun Farm introduces us to the Mort transformation, which has enough movement to get us out of the very first room we find it in. Hooray! We can even make it all of the way past the next room. Hooray! Vertical section. Well, at least we can see the Mort cube, I think. I don't know, I never actually checked. On to the last level. This level took so long that I don't want to scrub through the footage to edit it, so just imagine that the footage matches what I'm saying about the level. This level introduces the Weenie Mount, which is the first transformation to be able to be deactivated at will. It also stays there after you dismount and carries your momentum when you get it. This means that, excruciatingly slowly, you can push the Weenie Mounts into the rats. However, immediately after the first rat, there's a section where you are required to go faster than your max running speed. So is all hope lost? Unfortunately, no. Remember all the way back in the intro when I said that swap mode had some useful features? If both players, or you with two controllers, hold the run button, Peppino and the Noise will both be propelled with immense speed. This lets us get all the way until there's a line of cheese blocks before a rat, which we can't push the weenie mount far enough to get past. And that's it. If you were observant, you would have noticed that the challenge was impossible after I failed Ancient Cheese, but I hope the rest was at least a bit interesting. This video took months to make, not because it was hard or anything, I just stopped working on it for 4 months. If you want to see more of this kind of content, don't subscribe because this was awful and I'm probably never going to do this kind of thing again. If you want to see more of me, the guy talking, subscribe and follow me on Twitch. I've included a link to my Twitch channel in the description as well as a link to the uncut footage of the run. I hope you enjoyed this random edited video in the sea of VODs on my channel.